Alright, what's up everybody, this is Sam from Zroder Bet. In this video we're doing my full card predictions, breakdown betting strategy for UFC on ESPN 24, Dillashaw versus Sandhagen. If you have been following me for quite a while, you know what the spreadsheet is, you know what all these numbers are. Basically I capture all the major events. When I have my betting strategy set, I record and I account for all my wins or losses. If you have been following me, you know that I have 18% profits throughout the year. If I'm going to compare the money that I bet on the event versus the profit per event, if I'm talking about unit size for the year, it's nearly 46% or 46 units. And from the start of the channel, July last year, I doubled my money. Alright, already. Yes. I have also separate in high, medium, and low quality bets in the charts here in each segment. Depends on how you like. If you feel that I'm more confident that I think it's a better bet, so I separate these things here. Or if you like a more diversified approach, as I do it. Also, there are some charts here showing the evolution through times and overall profit. And in this video, I'll be doing the UFC on ESPN 24 predictions. Like I said, I'll divide this as follows. At the beginning, all my picks and my bets. Then on to the breakdowns. And if you'd like to support the channel, stick until the end so I can show you my Patreon and show you how, alright? So guys, real quick before starting, if you don't yet follow me on Instagram, feel free to follow. I first put my picks and my bets there. So here are some bets that I'm going to be talking about. So make sure that you're following me so you get the early bets. All right. So on to all the picks and all the bets. And if you have been following me, you know what the spreadsheet is and these color codes. If you're not familiar, take a look in the description. There's a video where I explain this in the details. So from the bottom to the top, in not an order of the card. So Benoit Cerrone versus Diego Sanchez. I'm picking Cerrone. I'm not going to be betting the fight. COrySandhagen versus TJ Dillashaw. I'm picking and betting Dillashaw. Geoff Neal versus Magny. I'm picking Neal, but I'm not going to be betting the fight. Carlos Diego Ferreira versus Gregor Gillespie. I'm picking and betting Ferreira. Kyle Daukaus versus Hawes. Picking and betting Daukaus. Tafon Nchukwi versus Ju Yong Park. Picking and betting Park. Ludovit Klein versus Trizano. I'm picking Klein, but I'm going to be betting Trizano. Marcos Rogerio de Lima versus Maurice Greene. I'm picking and betting de Lima. Amanda Ribas versus Angela Hill. I think I'm picking and betting Hill. I was thinking that I was picking Ribas, but no, I'm picking and betting Hill. Benoit versus Zarrukh Adashev. I'm picking and betting Benoit. Carlston Harris versus Christian Aguilera. Picking and betting Harris. ROthwell versus Philipe. Picking and betting ROthwell. Okay, these are all the amounts that I'm betting on each fight, so you guys can follow it here. So let's get on to the breakdowns. So this is more to the order of the card. Alright guys, I'll try to be concise here because this is a pretty big card. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below if you agree or not. So right off the bat, I'm just fix this one because I forgot to update. Awesome guys, let's get going. So between Trizano versus Ludovit Klein. This is an interesting fight between two good strikers. I can say that, well, Trizano, he's a little bit taller, rangier than Klein. Klein is a very experienced, more compact guy. He has a good kickboxing background. He's very dangerous with the straight 1-2 with the kicks to the body, good leg kicks. He's very good also from the grappling standpoint. He's a good double leg as well. So Trizano, to win this one, he has to keep his range, has to be the busier guy from the outside. He can do it, it's not going to be easy against Klein because Klein has such powerful body kicks, such straight shots, they come like laser sharp. So it's tough to deal with this guy, but it's possible, But still, I'm going to be going with Klein by decision. I think he's going to probably take the center of the octagon, land with more intent, use more leg kicks. He can take Trizano down, hold him down a little bit. But like I said, I'm not ruling Trizano totally out of this. The odds in my eyes are a little bit off. Trizano is like a plus 200 dog. I have him like plus 150 dog, So these are the prop bets that I'll be interested in. I think Klein by decision is the safest way to go, but Trizano by decision probably is the best bet of this fight. Yeah, and I have here my comments. Feel free to pause here, guys. Take a look at it. I think it's worth your time. On to the next fight. Tafon Nchukwi versus Ju Yong Park. Nchukwi is known by his size, his strength. The guy is really, big, muscular, you look at him, the guy is really scary. He's very strong, he fights like that, he fights like a bully, pushes forward all the time. He's not the fastest guy though, he plods all the time, more like the same rhythm. He doesn't feint that much. Actually, he feints a little bit, it's not that bad, but he can also use straight shots, left hooks, can use kicks. But like I said, he's quite slow. That surprised me because, in general, the black competitors they have more fast twitch fibers, but Nchukwi he's a little bit slower. And the Park actually is a little bit smaller than him. He's a little bit shorter. Nchukwi is 6 foot, 6 feet taller. As Park is like 5'10" or 5'11". But Park has good footwork. This guy is quite experienced in the MMA game. Good straight shots, very good switch kick to the body. He also uses leg kicks. He times takedowns. He's not the best wrestler in the world, but he has a good time on his double leg. He can hold these guys down. He's experienced, like I said. He has a good clinch game. So does Nchukwi, by the way. So it's gonna be Nchukwi marching him down, trying to corral him, throw to the body. Has a very good left hook to the body. Try to land, but I think Park actually has more chance to win these guys. I think he is faster. Has better straight shots, better body kicks. He can take Nchukwi down at least to keep him honest. I have this one nearly a pick 'em fight, but like I said, I think Park's a little bit better overall. I expect that he wins this one. By decision is definitely the safest pick by Park because it's very difficult that he finishes Nchukwi. Nchukwi could finish Park, but I don't give it much chance because I think Park gonna hit and run quite a lot, and Nchukwi is not the fastest guy, like I said many times. But I think Park by decision is a very interesting pick and bet. I have Park in some parlays with like his straight line is like plus 150, but I'll definitely bet Park by decision. And I also think it's a great bet to bet this fight goes to the decision as well. You may find that, I don't know. I would pay that up until minus 150, something like this. This is wrong here, okay guys, I'll fix this later on. But this fight will most likely go to the decision. If you think Nchukwi gonna finish Park, go by TKO. I don't think Nchukwi has much of a chance to submit him. But I also don't give much chance that Tafon gonna finish him. If I would find this line, which I think is nearly impossible, I would bet. And maybe Nchukwi round 3 TKO to this line. You may find, because this guy is so tough, he's gonna keep pushing. Maybe he can start landing heavy and finish from Park in the end. Could happen, But still, I think Park is the way to go. On to the next fight, Carlston Harris versus Christian Aguilera. It's an interesting fight to call and to predict. Harris is not a very well-rounded guy, he's a quite well-rounded guy. Actually, I've seen some bouts. Some bouts he shows up very nice with good, well-rounded game. Other bouts he shows up like more like slow, like overextending his punches. I don't think he has got the best chin in the world as well, but I think he mixes his style quite well. I like what I've seen. He can push the pace with the straight shots, corral the guy, shoot double leg. He has a good top game, Also not bad from his back, tough guy to take, hold down. I like his game plans, I like his toughness. Christian Aguilera, this is a guy that is known by his striking, like all of his UFC fights, he puts the chin down, the hands up, and marches the guy down and starts throwing bombs. But I've seen some bouts where he wrestles a little bit the guy, so don't sleep on this guy's wrestling. I'm rating him quite poorly here because he doesn't use that often, but he's a quite decent wrestler, with a good top game. If he was used that more often, I think he would be really much better, because he's strong, he's short, which favors the wrestling. So yeah, this guy's a good fighter as well. It's a tough fight, this one, to predict and to call. I think Harris is gonna be able to use his range, use more kicks, has more chances to bring to the ground. At least he does that more often. But I'm not ruling Aguilera totally out of this, And like I said, it's a quite tough fight to pick and to call, to bet. I'm actually going with Harris. I'm picking and betting him because I think he has more chances. Aguilera doesn't have the best chin in the world, He can be submitted as well if Harris hurts him on the feet, takes him down, take his back type of thing, But Aguilera gonna try to march Harris down. He has power. He can finish Harris. So it's nearly a pick 'em, like I said. I like Harris a little bit better, even though Aguilera has a UFC experience. So you guys see that it's quite difficult to pick a winner here. But I end up going with Harris. Let's see. If you think this is odd to bet, I don't blame you. Maybe to pass on this one. it's better, but I don't know, I'm feeling like taking a chance here. And these are the prop bets that I'll be interested in. All right, on to the next fight: Maurice Greene versus Marcos Rogerio de Lima. Greene is a very tall heavyweight. You know, he likes to use his range, use his straight shots, use some angles, use some kicks. You know, but I'm not too sold on Greene, to be honest. I think he's not the best athlete. You know, even though he's like very tall and long. I don't know, man. He doesn't quite show up when he starts getting challenged. He always fades. You know, he starts making mistakes. Ends up getting finished. The Lima is not the best heavyweight in the world. You know, he's a quite short heavyweight. You can say 6'1", and he's not the biggest heavyweight. He used to be a light heavyweight, but still, this guy got power. He's like explosive. He has a nasty overhand right. He gets inside. Has a good clinch game. Good double leg. In the offensive part, this guy is excellent, you know, because he has power. His leg kicks also are really good. And from the top, he's also dangerous. A big, heavy guy, you know, compact guy, BJJ black belt. So on the offensive, he's excellent, but on the defensive, he's quite poor, you know. He doesn't have much defense. I don't think gonna be a problem in this fight because I think he's gonna march Greene down. And like I said, Greene starts getting challenged. I think he fades, you know. So my pick is the Lima. I'm gonna be betting him as well. I'm going by decision. I was between TKO and decision because Greene he learned how to fight technically, you know, and I think the safest path to victory for the Lima is the takedown. So I think he's gonna take Greene down, but not gonna finish Greene on the ground because Greene has a decent guard, not gonna be easy to pass, etc. So I think the Lima by decision is the most likely outcome. And this may be a very interesting bet because I think everybody thinks that heavyweights gonna finish each other. So take a look on this prop bets. If you like Greene, go by decision because I don't think Greene has much chance to finish the Lima, you know. And yeah, these are my odds for this fight. You know, it's the same as the bookies have. So I like the Lima here a little bit. I'm throwing him on some parlays. All right. On to the next fight: Gregor Gillespie versus Carlos Diego Ferreira. Gillespie is an outstanding wrestler. You know, this guy really pushes the pace, blue chip wrestler. He has also got good striking. You know, you guys see that I rate him pretty well. He's has good straight shots. You know, he's improved quite well over time. Not easy to hit. Outstanding wrestling. He's not 5-star because his BJJ, he doesn't have much BJJ, even though his grappling is excellent from top. You know, and obviously knows what he's gonna do. Very tough guy. Ferreira, I can say similar things about Ferreira. Used to be only a BJJ guy, developed the striking, has quite long arms, good power on his hands, good 1-2s. You know, he's quite basic with the 1-2. So is Gillespie, but they do pretty well. Also, not that easy to hit Ferreira. You know, he knows that he has to block the shots, get out of the way. So it's not easy to hit this guy. He throws together with the opponent. Now Ferreira is outstanding BJJ. This guy is elite level. You know, he's a 2nd degree black belt, and he owns it. You know, this guy is really excellent. He almost out-grappled Benoit Dariush from his back, which is pretty impressive because Dariush is also a high-level BJJ player. You know, from the top. In MMA, you'd say that okay, Dariush from the top has the edge, but Ferreira was almost out-grappling him there. Dariush had to bail on the positions lots of times. So this guy is legit, guys, from his back included. That's why I think Ferreira is the small favorite here, because on the feet is quite competitive. I'm actually edging Ferreira a little bit. I think he's got a little bit more power and he has more range over Gillespie. But it could be either way on the feet. But I think Gillespie gonna be very weary to take this to the ground. I think he's gonna shoot either when Ferreira is with his back against the cage or at the end of the round, like I'm putting here. But I think Ferreira is very dangerous with the guillotine. He can sweep, you know. So I don't know, guys. This Ferreira is the better fighter here. You know, has a more well-rounded game. Stylistic, I think it favors him a little bit better. Even though, you know, like I said, if Gillespie uses his wrestling at the end of the round and everything, you know, he can win this fight. But I think the odds are a little bit reversed on this one. Ferreira is a plus 150 dog. Gillespie is a minus 140 favorite. I would flip the odds, you know. So I like Ferreira here. I'm picking betting him. You know, these are the odds that I'm taking a look at it. But Ferreira by decision is the pick. And here, guys, I forgot to mention the first time this thing appeared. This is my handicapping, so I separate these things in the different facets of the game, so you guys can know where my head is at in terms of this, these probabilities. And also this will be moving soon to Patreon. So enjoy what we have for the next card. I'll be moving this to Patreon, $10 tier. So if you'd like to support me, stick until the end. All right. On to the next fight, Benoit versus Zarrukh Adashev. Good fight in the flyweight or bantamweight. I think it's flyweight division. Both of these guys are excellent. Benoit is known by his power in the flyweight division. This guy's got real power, good accuracy. He's developed a well-rounded game throughout the years. He used to be just a brawler, but he developed some wrestling, some grappling. The same can be said about Adashev. Adashev probably has the sambo background, but he's more like a brawler in the feet. He likes to get inside and swing. He's got decent power, quite decent overall game. But I have a feeling that Benoit gonna edge him. I think Benoit has revamped his career recently. He's still on the top of his game. He has has more power in this matchup. He's gonna push the pace, gonna control the center, has good straight shots. Has a decent wrestling now. Not difficult, not easy to take this guy down. Very difficult to hold him down. So he cannot grapple Adashev. So I'm quite confident on Benoit, guys. I think, again, what's going to happen, he's going to take the center of the octagon, going to be the better fighter there. The bookies have nearly what I have here, but I'm putting here more like a spread. But I would say Benoit is nearly 60 to 65% favorite, which gives like nearly minus 200 range, So I like Benoit a little bit. I'm just putting him in some parlays. And these are the props that I will be taking a look at it, and the comments that I put for you guys. Feel free to pause here. On to the next fight, Magny versus Geoff Neal. So yeah, Magny. I'll go by the surnames Magny and Neal, because Neal, Magny, and Geoff are Neal. So yeah, Magny is a very tall, rangy guy. Volume striker, keeps on the outside, long, good 1-2s. He's also very good with the body lock. When you get inside of this guy, he takes the body lock and he takes you down. He's good from the top, he reshoots, he can do ground and pound, he can pass the guard even. I like a lot his game plans. He always brings it, it's very good. He has a good experience. He's not the toughest guy for the division. Before he used it to have some bad KO losses, but he developed better defense throughout the years. Magny, Geoff Neal is the one that is a guy that knows he's powerful and he knows it. He has the chin down, the hands up, gets inside, start boxing. He's a shorter guy, 5'11". Yeah, he's not too short for light welterweight, but he's not the longest guy, so you can say that he's a little bit short. But he knows that in the inside of the range, he has the edge in the boxing range. He's gonna try to do it, guys. He tried to do it against Stephen Thompson. He nearly did it. Stephen had a massive kickboxing experience. He was able to keep the range. I'm not sure that Magny gonna be able to do it, because I think if Neal starts landing, Magny gonna panic a little bit, gonna start getting hit quite a lot. Also, Neal has a good ground game, good double leg. He's not much of a grappler, but he's a good wrestler. It's tough to stop this guy's takedowns. So, and he's got a good game plan himself under good camp. So, guys, I think Geoff Neal is the favorite here. I expect that actually, it's tough to tell if he's gonna finish or not. Magny, probably not, because Magny is more aware of his defenses now. But if he starts landing, he could finish Magny. If this goes to the decision, gonna be an interesting one. I think Magny has about the same chances as Neal to go to the decision and win a decision. So the best bet, in my opinion, in this fight is Magny by decision. If you like Neal by TKO, it's not a bad bet, if you can find these lines, in my opinion. But yeah, rather than that, I think Magny by decision is a very interesting bet. Alright, guys, these are my comments. Feel free to pause here, take a look at it. And these are my odds for this fight. So yeah, I think the bookies have Magny a little bit of a bigger dog. I don't disagree much, even though my odds, I have it a little bit closer, because Magny can get finished, But like I said, decision, very interesting if you can find these lines. And I think probably the best bet here by decision, or even these overs. If you can get like over, like I'm putting here, by my calculation, it would be nearly minus 300, but I wouldn't take it. I would take if it's plus 100 range, this would be more interesting, and you may be able to find, because I think people may expect that Neal finishes Magny, you know. But yeah. Rather than that, Geoff by TKO or either by decision, especially Magny. On to the next fight. Hawes versus Kyle Daukaus. Interesting one again. Hawes is his nickname is the Megatron, right? The guy is really powerful, strong. Likes to get inside, throw the overhand. Getting in the like a bomb, then shoots. Good ground and pound, very powerful as well. He's very good on the offensive part. His problem is the defense. Even though he tried to be more calm his last fight, he also used to be a guy that pushed it too hard in the first round and faded. He's a little bit more paced. I think he learned the lesson, but I think gonna be tough against Daukaus. I like Daukaus here, guys. This guy is a complete fighter. He's a tall middleweight, rangy. Has a good chin, has good defense, good offense. I would nearly rate him 4-star. I'm gonna see this fight how he does. I think he's gonna soon deserve the 4-star here, both on the offense and defense. He has very good volume, good straight shots. Has not bad power. His ground game is excellent. I think he's a BJJ black belt, or at least if he's not, he deserves it. He's very good, both from the top and from the bottom. Good wrestler, tall guy, like I said. He can use body locks, lift guys, quite strong. So I like Daukaus here, guys. I think Hall's probably gonna start fast as he always does. It's gonna be difficult for Daukaus in the first round. He may even get finished. You can never rule Hall's out of these things, with the power that this guy has. But I think Daukaus survives that. He is aware of the overhand. He's probably gonna survive the first, pick up the pace from the second. I expect that he finishes Hawes in the second and on the third. These are my odds here, guys. But like I said, I like Daukaus a little bit. I'm putting him as a median quality bet, and I'm betting him straight and parlaying him. These are my calculations for this fight. So I have Daukaus nearly what the bookies have, and I think he can finish basically anyhow. So I like him on a straight bet as well, right? So, and I apologize for this too many numbers here. I forgot to cut some of these things. I apologize for that. On to the next fight, Amanda Ribas versus Angela Hill. Very, very interesting fight, high level fight. Both of these girls on their verge to the top. Ribas had a disappointing loss. Not disappointing, I think he had a loss against Marina Rodriguez. She got TKO'd. But Ribas is solid, guys. She has very good overall game. Basically on the feet, she has got great feints, good angles, straight shots, like kicks, pushes the pace, clinches, judo throws, wrestling, elite BJJ. Not elite, but very, very high level BJJ. Good game plans. Not a small girl for the division. She has a good size for the division. She's got power. Same can be said about Angela Hill. On the striking, this girl is outstanding. She developed a quite interesting game. Of course, you cannot compare her ground game against Ribas, which is a very experienced black belt and a good judo player. But still, she knows what she's doing there. She's pretty decent. And yeah, she's a big, tough girl herself. She's got some power. Guys, it's back and forth here. You can choose one side, I'm going with Angela Hill because she has fought so many wrestlers throughout her career. Amanda Ribas is coming from a TKO loss. She's going to either way try to push. I don't think Ribas is going to be phased by that. I expect that she pushes the pace. But I know that I expect also that Hill knows that she's going to try to pick her shots while Ribas is coming in. She has a chance to start doing damage. Ribas gonna shoot, then gonna defend a lot. How well Hill gonna be able to stuff those takedowns? I think she stuffs most of them, gets taken down, but she has a good chance to get right back up and break the clinch. But it's a pick and fight, guys. You may favor Ribas a little bit if you like, because she has the ground game and she has the control, she has the judo. But I don't know. I have a feeling that Angela Hill gonna come prepared, gonna stuff most of the takedowns, gonna be able to pick her on the feet a little bit, And after Ribas, if Ribas cannot take her to the ground consistently, then I think Hill starts picking up the pace. That's why I'm going with Hill by decision. And yeah, these are my odds for the fight. I think it's an interesting one, guys. Also, if you want to bet this going to the decision, because in the beginning, unless Hill can land a pullback left hook, and land clean on Ribas' chin and put her out in the beginning, I think it's gonna be difficult. because Ribas gonna start fast. Ribas probably gonna win the first round. He'll gonna have to be patient, gonna have to start picking her shots to win on the second, to pick up the pace on the second and on to the third, but she cannot risk much, because if she risks much, she's gonna get taken down. So it's could be a split decision either way type of things. So yeah, take a look at this fight. I think it's an interesting one to bet, because he was a plus 190 dog. So I ended up betting Hill on a straight and parlaying her as well. And these are my odds for the fight, guys. Feel free to take a look at it. I think it's worth your time. On to the next fight, Ben ROthwell versus Felipe Lins. Interesting fight here. I can say the young versus the old lion, even though Lins is not that young anymore. I think he's 35 now or something. Yeah, ROthwell is a guy that is known by his size, his durability, his aggressiveness, gets inside, in the boxing range, goes for dirty boxing, very good power in the short shots, keeps pushing the pace. He's a big guy. He doesn't look that athletic, but he has a very good cardio. Not very good, because actually he's now 39 or something. So, but still, he can hold himself on the cardio part. He can push the pace. Difficult to deal with. I'm rating him pretty nicely here, because he deserves it. He has good power. Even though he's not the most technical guy, it's very difficult to deal with. And overall, he has a very good game. Yeah, overall good game. Can take guys down, can do ground and pound, good bulldog chokes. This guy's quite dangerous. Felipe Lin is more like a striker. He's he likes to be a little bit more technical than ROthwell. He likes to throw overhands when the guy's coming inside, likes to use the jab, can use leg kicks, I've seen him shooting sometimes. He's not that bad from the top as well. The problem that I have with Lins is a little bit his size, He's quite inconsistent also with his wins. I don't think he's the best fighter in the world, I think ROthwell has the edge here. My concern of ROthwell, I'm putting money on ROthwell, but not too much, because he carries that chin so up, and Lins can find the overhand there, start hurting ROthwell, shut him down, type of thing. So I'm going their way, gonna go ROthwell. I'm going round 1 TKO, because I think it pushes the pace from the beginning. But yeah, if Lins starts hitting on landing on him, ROthwell may shut down. Could go to decision. So yeah, either way, take a look on these prop bets here. Maybe Lins by decision maybe also be a very interesting prop bet, because I think nobody expects that this goes to the decision. So could go to the decision. I think Lins does not finish ROthwell, because ROthwell is a big guy, good chin, But if you like Lins, I think most likely by decision. ROthwell, I see him more chances to finish by TKO. He can even submit Lins with a bulldog choke type of thing if a Lins panic wrestles. So we'll see, guys. And take a look on this over. I think these overs are very interesting, Even though I'm picking ROthwell round 1 TKO, I think there's a good chance that this passes to the second round and this goes to the decision. So take a look at it. Probably the odds going to be favoring that. On to the next fight. Donald Cerrone versus Diego Sanchez. Yeah, guys, both of these guys are veterans, Cerrone, what can I say? This guy is very well-rounded, good striker, good grappler, can do a bit of everything. I'm not rating him too well, because throughout the years, obviously, he's not on his prime any longer. But still, he's a very good Muay Thai fighter. He likes to hold the center, use straight shots, use head kicks, good double legs, good grappling. Now Diego Sanchez, same can be said. I think in the past he did a little bit better, his aggressiveness. He cannot be over-aggressive anymore, because his chin has been tested way too much. And he has the size disadvantage here. Cerrone is 6'1" guy, not that long, but 6'1". Sanchez is 5'9". So there's a big height discrepancy here. Cerrone is also the more technical guy, especially on the feet. Actually, on the feet, on the ground, I think Diego is probably more technical. But it's gonna be tough for Diego to take this to the ground, guys. Cerrone gonna be able to pick him apart on the feet, start landing to the chin. It's gonna be tough for Diego, guys. I think Cerrone finishes him, but at the end of the day, Sanchez knows what he has to do, and he's gonna try. I may even bet Sanchez here, because he's like a plus 400 dog, if I'm not mistaken, on the line as well. But I think people are going to bet Cerrone even more. I'm expecting to bet Sanchez by decision. At plus 600 range may be interesting, because he could get inside. He will not be able to finish Cerrone. But I think he can get inside, shoot a double leg, make it like a grappling match and out grapple Cerrone. So I don't know, it's not impossible. Okay, so at this line I would be interested in Sanchez. Okay, but rather than that, Cerrone is a strong favorite here, guys. Here are the odds for this fight, my calculations. Like I said, yeah, Cerrone. Yeah, I'm giving him. I said TKO here, right? Yeah, I think he has a better chance for TKO, but I think somehow I calculated this wrong. But yeah, Sanchez by decision, like I said, guys, I would take this like plus 600, something like this. On to the next fight, COrySandhagen versus TJ Dillashaw in the main event. Excellent fight, guys, high level stuff. Well, Sandhagen's a tall bantamweight, like 6'11", not the longest guy, but to be 6'11" in the bantamweight division has to be have an undersize, like more like a skinny guy, but he has power, he has strength, this guy is super dangerous in the front foot, lots of feints, head kicks, he spins, he shoots, he goes flying knees. He's outstanding on the offensive striking, he's 5 stars hands down. Defensively, he's not the best. He mostly tries to avoid the shots, and sometimes he counters, but he's not his specialty. On the ground as well, he's a pretty tough guy. If you see the way he survived the arm bar against Yuri Alcantara, it's just ridiculous. But he's not the best grappler, guys. He has some problems there. He makes mistakes, even though, like I said, he's a tough guy. He's a big guy. He scrambles, he's training hard. He's evolving pretty well. But still, he has room to improve there. And he has the good game plans and etc. He's a very tall, big guy, like I said, so he's 5-star on the physical part, even though he's quite skinny. He's deceptively strong, like I said. TJ Dillashaw is not the biggest bantamweight. He could fight as a flyweight. He said that himself. He almost fought Cejudo for the title type of thing. Actually, he fought, didn't he? Yeah, my memory is just bad now. Yeah, so I mean, Dillashaw, this guy's legit, guys. I know that he's in a long layoff, but this guy's outstanding. Everything he does, the striking is very good. He has the Dominic Cruz footwork type of thing. So many feints, head kicks, and straight shots. He has good power, even though he's not that big. Defensively, it's very difficult to take this guy down, to hold him down, to hit this guy. He counters well. His wrestling is outstanding. I'm just not giving 5-star here because he doesn't have much BJJ, but on the defensive part, it's not a problem for him because he's such an elite wrestler. It's nearly impossible to take this guy down and hold him down. He springs like a cat. He's got a good grappling game from the top as well, good back taking, chokes, so this guy is complete. I could even give him 5-star here, easily. So this guy is outstanding. He's very consistent, knows what he has to do on the fights, has a big will, big heart. He's just not the biggest guy, like I said. But guys, I think we're gonna see Dillashaw shine here again. Even though it's a nearly pick-em fight, I think to me Dillashaw is close to 60% favorite. I would put Sandhagen as a 40% dog. Even giving the 5-star striking for Sandhagen, the flying knees. Actually, the flying knees is my biggest concern here on betting Dillashaw. I think Sandhagen is so excellent with those flying knees. I'm gonna be tense, but I think Dillashaw has more chances here, guys. He's a better wrestler. He knows what he has to do. He's gonna get inside. He's gonna shoot on Sandhagen. Hopefully, he's not at least talking to my money right now, right? So hopefully Dillashaw doesn't get caught in the knee. And I think he out-grapples Sandhagen, but Sandhagen gonna be prepared for that as well. He's gonna try to scramble, get back up, keep the range. Use the straight shots, use the knees, the kicks. So it's a pick and fight, guys. But I think Dillashaw, in my opinion, is a little bit better here, and that's why I'm picking and betting him. All right. So guys, I hope you liked this video. If you like, please like, subscribe. So as I spoke, let me just show you guys my Patreon. Actually, give me a second here. Awesome, guys. So what I'm gonna be having in the $10 Patreon, this analysis, this spreadsheet, and the PowerPoint, it's there on the $10 tiers, obviously the 15 and the 50 tier. And also, as I spoke, these calculations here of my odds, they are also on the all tiers. All right. So I think this is very helpful for you to, when you want to bet things, if you if you want an extra boost of confidence, it's there, you know, and you guys know my analysis and everything, so I think you get this pretty quickly back. For $15, the prop bets, and when I take prop bets, I open the fight odds here, and I do the prop bets picking, and also in my sorry, when I go on my spreadsheet, I have the prop bets that I'm taking. So all the prop bets in line by line. I'm not showing the amounts on the $15 tiers because it's not 50, but all the prop bets that I'm taking, I'm gonna discussing that with you guys on the $15, and the $50 tiers is the ultimate package that has everything plus every single bet I'm taking. As a sample here, I'm showing the bets that I closed on the last event, UFC 261, but I'm also putting here so you guys can see the parlays that I did between the events, you know. So, and like I said, guys, if I get the losses, I don't hide anything. So whether it's profit or loss, everything is clear, you know, to my patrons. So a couple of things that that went well. Actually, there got some fights canceled, but for example, I parlayed Penne with the Nabat Garel, and that gave me, you know, nearly half a unit profit. It was a very small risk, you know. So all of these things, guys, you guys get with my $50 tier. So it's line by line. If you trust everything I do, just you can basically copy, and just to show that on UFC 261 things combined was nearly 4 units profit. All right. It's basically this quite similar to what I have when I account for these things, but in a line by line, you know exactly what I'm doing. All right. So like I said, it's here. So this was per event, right? So it's quite similar there. Alright guys, so again, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please like, subscribe, consider supporting the channel, and I'll talk to you next time. This is Sam from Zarrukh Adashev, bringing the best, most consistent and transparent betting strategy for you.